Welcome to another exciting episode of the Joshcast. I was about to start recording this, and then the car radio was on, and the radio station was playing the soundtrack to Supergirl, the 1984 film. Well, let's call it a film. Let's call it a movie. Many people have many different names for what that was. But let's go ahead and just round up and call it a movie. But it's an awesome score. And then I was thinking, because it's one of my favorite scores, I listen to it all the time. And randomly, it was playing on the classical radio station. And so then my thought was, maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign that things are going to turn around for me. Maybe this is a sign. But then I remember that the last time I was really listening to it intently was when I was really trying to get into grad school, and then I didn't get into grad school. So then I'm thinking, is this an ominous sign, or is this a positive sign? And then I said, oh, God doesn't exist, or I'm never going to know whether or not God exists, and so none of this matters, and I shouldn't have any hope, basically. So I basically took a moment of joy and killed it, which is my wont. That's what I am wont to do. But it was odd I found it odd that they were playing it on the radio station, of all songs. And then I thought, no, it's just because it's coincidence. That's all it is. I'm hoping that the universe is sending me a message that it's going to be okay. But I don't know that the universe works that way. So maybe then what I should say is maybe it's just me trying to tell myself it's going to be okay by being inspired by that music that I'm listening to. The point is, it's not going to be okay. Let's just agree. And then I debated whether or not to even record this, because I usually like to record the podcast starting from when I leave to when I get to work. And so now I'm, close to halfway there. So it's going to be a shortened podcast today. That's all there is to it. Unless I continue talking while I'm still in the car while I'm at work. I could do that. I could wait a few minutes and make it a proper, 20-minute podcast, or 16 to 20 minutes, which is what I usually do. Also, the traffic is very light. I think people are still I think they're still on holiday. You know what I think people are doing? I think people are taking a holiday from the holidays. Da-da-da-da. It's a holiday from the holidays. I'm feeling a lot of rage. I am. I'm feeling a lot of rage and a lot of depression and a lot of hopelessness. And I'm trying to medicate myself with meditation and meditation alone. And what I like about meditation is that I don't feel better after meditation. I just feel a little more okay feeling horrible. And that feels right to me. That feels on point. Feeling good, feeling happy, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy what you're selling, friend. But feeling horrible and yet at the same time going, oh, it's horrible. That makes sense to me. That tracks. That feels attainable. I started off eating well yesterday. I had a salad. I had some fruit. I had some gluten-free crackers. And then I had an apple pie, a mini apple pie, not a full apple pie. I'm not an animal. And then I had a sleeve of vanilla cookies. And then I had a vanilla cupcake, which was made with natural and artificial flavors. That's what it says. Made with natural and artificial flavors. I don't know what that means. I think if there's anything artificial in it, it is artificial. Period. Don't try to spin it. Well, the plastic that it's wrapped in at one point was processed from natural. Yes, everything is natural if you want to break it down. It's all the same atoms. That Audi SUV that's in front of me right now, 100% all natural. 100% all natural. Made from the same atoms as everything is natural, really. Radioactive waste, 100% all natural. The only thing that is not all natural is that which is imagined and doesn't exist. And even that, I think, as an idea, which exists as electrical impulses inside the brain of the person coming up with the idea, you could make the argument that even that exists, and it's the same thing, and it's all natural. Good, we covered that. I'm glad we covered that. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad we had that moment. I'm glad we had that moment together. I'm really glad we had that moment together. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Why do I have to question it? Why do I have to have a reason? Do you think there's a plan for the universe, Josh? Well, someone is belligerent today. Yes, that someone is me. But you should be grateful for the things that you have. You should be grateful for the people in your life. You should be full of love and gratitude and thank the world. No! I don't want to be grateful! Leave me alone! Why are you in my apartment? Get out of here! Things are horrible. I want to be able to complain about things being horrible. And then I want to meditate about it and get to the state where I'm like, yeah, things are horrible. Leave me be! Driving by the Jewish Center. The menorah is still out. I know that feeling. I know it. It's stuff you gotta do, but you're procrastinating. The 8 hallowed days of Hanukkah are over. And I looked, and next year, I think it's early November again, so it was fun while it lasted, kids. But next year, it's going to be, you're in the pool, the sun is out, the middle of summer. Honey, you got to come in. Why? It's Hanukkah. What? Yeah, it's in July this year. Why? We don't know. The calendar says. Who's writing the calendar? Some drunk person. I don't know. But Hanukkah is now. It's going to even get more random than that. A rabbi will be talking to his congregation. Is it congregation? To his Jew crew. He'll be saying, and then in the Old Testament, let us remember. Oh, it's Hanukkah! What? Yeah, we're just calling it whatever we want. Like time out. That's how we should do the holiday. We're going into an old bit that I used to have about this. But yes, you should be able to invoke Hanukkah whenever you want once a year for 8 days. You're getting in an argument at work. You're going back and forth. You're getting frustrated. You're like, screw this, Hanukkah, and then you take 8 days off. That's how we should do Hanukkah. That's what it should be. You're in class. You're in physics class. You're not getting this. I'm not getting this. I'm not. Screw it, Hanukkah, and then you just walk out. What happened to Shlomo? He called Hanukkah, so we can't see him again for 8 days. Shlomo. Did we check to make sure that he hasn't called Hanukkah already this year? Yeah, we checked. All right. Well, it's Hanukkah then. Feeling pretty good. I think this was a nice moment. This was a nice podcastable moment, wasn't it? This was nice. I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm arrived at my destination. I feel good about what I talked about. There was a raw explosion of emotion that was useful, I think. And what? Oh, 10 minutes? All right. Yeah, it's a little 10 minute little pitcast. Little pitcast.